good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. And today, I want to review some dating advice from older black women to the younger generation. And this lady is Natalie Clarice. She's sort of popular on TikTok and her videos have been going around. So I want to see if she gives pretty good advice to black women, yay or nay, but let's find out.
Round one.
Remember, whenever you meet a guy, the first thing that you want to make sure that's in check: finances, career, accomplishments. Very, very important. If you want to have a healthy relationship, it is very important that those three things are in check when you meet a guy. Because one thing, a man is a very unhappy man if his money is not right, if his career goals are not right, and if his accomplishments are not right. Remember, a man's ego is about what he has accomplished in life, how much money he has in the bank. So if he does not have those three items in check, I can almost assure you, you're going to get a very unhappy man, which is going to take all of his frustrations and emotions out on you, which is going to cause you to be very, very miserable. So with that being said, when you meet a guy, make sure finances, career, accomplishments are in check, because then you have a stable man. Because if he don't have those things in check, it's a wrap. You gotta...
All right, let's give her like on a rating system, like 3 out of 5 mics. Quasi, like do that? Okay. So I understand what she's saying, and that is good advice. But here's the problem, right? When a man becomes successful and he's no longer financially strapped, well then why would he pick the ladies you're talking about? That's the issue. See, many of these ladies don't even know how to actively position themselves around guys who have money. They don't even know where these guys are at or even how to meet them. So there might be guys who are not strapped, but you're not even close in their social circle, and you don't even know how to compete for a man like that. And I am saying it, how to compete, because that's what it is, okay? Are you feminine? Do you have anything in common with this guy? Have you been from a family that you see masculinity and how to be a woman, how to compete? Because these guys nowadays, especially in today's market, they have plenty of options, especially in the black community. You know, it's just not like, and maybe in her time where you were limited. Now you can date women from, you know, the white community, the Asian community, and things like that. So if you don't have investment in a man that might be progressing, and you have investments in that when he's there, and this is kind of what black women teach. And Umar Johnson talked about that. Black women teach, don't date a financially strapped man. White women and Asian women are teaching their kids, okay, you see the potential, get in with him when he's on the rise, so when he becomes someplace, then you get him. That's why a lot of black women are losing in the dating market, because of advice like this, even though it makes sense, but once he becomes, you know, financially unstrapped, you don't have a dog in the fight, right? Let's go to the next video.
Round two.
If you are a single woman over 35 and you have established a home, car, career, that guy you meet must have established a home, car, career, because then you guys are compatible. But if that guy have nothing, that means he needs to go find a woman with nothing, and then they are compatible. But if he has nothing, trying to date a woman with something, but has absolutely nothing to bring to the table, that's just not being smart, ladies. And yes, I know that you will say to me, well, what about building together? Absolutely. We build in our 20s, not after 35. After 35, we're looking for like-minded men who are progressing in life. And no, it has nothing to do with being a gold digger or wanting your money, but it has everything to do with standards. Therefore, ladies, choose wisely, be smart, date smart, because oftentimes an unaccomplished man is not looking for love, he's looking for help. Remember, I told you.
Give her like 3 out of 5 mics, I guess. Yeah, here's a problem with this. And again, I don't know if she understands the dating market. A guy who is 35 years old that has his own home, house, and a car. I'm 41, I used to be 35, and this is anecdotal experience for the most part. It's true, you do have people who get married around the same age. But a woman who's 35 is not on, usually, I would assume on a 35-year-old mind, unless she is, very beautiful, they're in the same industry. What you're probably gonna see, a 35-year-old man is probably gonna be looking at a woman who's like 23 years old. So the question is, why are there so many single women over 35 trying to now chase a guy who's 35 and doing very well? It's not like it was when we were high school. When we were high school, women were like 16, 17, 18, dating guys who were older. Same thing in college, 19, 20, 21, older. Now, women over 35 might want a guy that's older, but at that time they might take a guy the same age. The problem is that successful guys are not usually looking for women at that same age, typically because they might not be able to have birth kids and things like that, and might feel a little bit like they can challenge a man a little bit more. A man wants a woman maybe a little bit more submissive at a younger age, and that's typically what you see. I don't really know, unless they grew up together, or went to college together. I'm not seeing that 35-year-old guy or 40-year-old guy I'm gonna meet some woman and then she's also 40 and I'm gonna choose her over somebody else. It can happen. But what you see, guys are going a lot younger these days, because usually younger women want less. They're in their prime. And women who are a little bit older, let's go next video.
Round 3.
Never be in a relationship where you have to suppress your emotions or suppress your feelings because you don't want to upset him and you don't want to cause no problems. Cause problems, upset him, cause a storm, cause a tornado. Whatever you gotta cause.
Cause problems, upset him.
Bruh.
You guys hear this shit?
Bruh.
Rewind that, Quasi.
Cause problems, upset him, cause a storm, cause a tornado. Whatever you gotta cause.
You guys heard that, right? Let's continue.
You gotta cause it. But the last thing you wanna do is be in a relationship where you have to tiptoe because you don't wanna make him mad. Every relationship's gonna have problems. Every relationship's gonna have disagreements. That's where the communication piece come in, and that's when you guys sit together and you talk about it. But if you ever meet a guy and you find yourself that you can't express yourself, that is not your guy, and that is not the relationship you want to be in. So my advice to you would be exit and wait on the right man. Never allow a man to silence you, especially when he's doing you wrong. Never.
Wait on the right man. That's ridiculous. Wait. Like the right man is just coming and just looking for them. Let me just say this. Should you want to upset somebody on purpose and cause problems? No. And see, this is the issue with some of modern women and where they get their advice from, like this. My issue is this, as an adult. Okay, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. But as an adult, I'm trying to be more mature, right? If I have a problem with somebody, or I want to express myself, I can do that without causing problems, without upsetting people. Because see, if a man says, I'm gonna upset a woman, cause problems with her, it sounds crazy. No, if you can express yourself without causing problems or upsetting people, then you have what is called a communication gap. You have an issue with that. Yes, that relationships can have difficulties, but everything is how you handle it, okay? And no, at the expense of somebody causing problems, you know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna end up being very, very single. Because let me tell you, ladies, this, in case you don't know, the top guys out there, who you ladies are really, really going for, they're not gonna sit there and allow you to just cause problems like that. Or to, do the things he's talking about. There's a certain way that you have to do things. Just as a man, there are certain things that we have to attack issues. We can do it in a certain way. And I agree, Women should be allowed to express themselves just like men, but there's a certain way that you do things. But as far as let him go and wait on somebody, who wants to wait for somebody who is problematic? Who will do that? Nobody. You'll be waiting by yourself. That's why that saying in the Black community is so important. I can do bad all by myself because of this kind of mindset. Now, if she's married, I feel sorry for the guy. I no disrespect to the dude, because who thinks like this? Okay? And then you go around and telling this to other people. The high earning top guys are not gonna put up with that usually. There's too much opportunity out there. Okay? So if you have an issue, just like I have an issue, I have a way to say, babe, there's a problem that we have. Let's talk about this and express myself without causing issues in the relationship or causing a problem or upsetting somebody, right? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use, guys. I really appreciate you for all that you're doing. Subscribe, hit the bell. Peace.